There, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another couch video. Women will pay for certain men. They will pay for certain men because you know what? I gotta really address this because you got a lot of guys out here thinking that all men have to pay or trick or anything. I would be honest, most do. Most gotta give up some money, gotta pay for the date. Many got a trick, especially if they want that sex. I'm gonna get more into the sex part tomorrow. But the reality is there's some guys out there that women are paying for. And I ain't the first person to see this. Cause you know what? Sometimes people come against me and act like, oh, Rom don't know what he's talking about. But a lot of guys who really in the game know what it's about. Wait, hold on a second. Yeah. So anyway, right? There's a book written by Tariq Nasheed, Play or Be Played. And I had to give him kudos on one part because I was like, man, you one of the few people who actually act like that's a reality. A lot of dudes don't. Even some dating advisors, across the board, they don't be saying all this. Hold up, let me find this passage because the Play or Be Played was directed towards women, but he had a chapter talking about different types of men, right? So he talked about the players because he had four types. I wonder where he got that from. Anyway, four types: players, professionals, pushovers, parolees, right? So with the players, right, he talked about the smooth player. And he said the smooth player is the very laid back, nonchalant type of player. He doesn't chase women so much as they chase him. He knows how to position himself to be approached by the type of women he knows can satisfy his needs, right? So, he said this smooth, charismatic personality is magnetic to the women around him, right? Now check it out. The smooth player is very selective in the type of women he will spit at. Many smooth players like to be showered with gifts from women they deal with. Many gigolos start off as smooth players. And they usually won't be bothered with females who can't bring something to the table. So that's the smooth player. And I've talked about that before because I said those are street gigolos. Because the street gigolo, they ain't like the pros. Like first of all, hold up, before I even get into the street type or just the regular cats on the street, women pay for gigolos. Women, when they go to these islands on that sex tourism, they paying for the guys. They throwing money at the male exotic dancers. A lot of dudes don't get that. Those are just the pros, but you got a lot of cats who ain't on that pro thing. They might just need, you can call them bums, homosexuals, whatever. The women paying. The women paying. Don't get caught up into like the social status of that guy, but the thing that a smart man would do is say, well, what's that man doing to get paid? Right? And I'm gonna get into that tomorrow. Just the fact that they will pay. Like if a woman really feeling a man, her nature is to try to seduce him or to try to pull him over. Now some women, they got their good game too. And let's be clear on that. The woman's game started from the time she's little. I've said that before. When she knows how her mother got, stuff out the father, or she noticed like if she cried a certain way, this big guy she called daddy would come a running, or some male or something. And then as she get old, she knows the little boys, they be giving her gum or something like that, doing something. Let's be real, most men are tricks, okay? One way or the other. Most men. Notice I said most though. Like I said, now when guys say, oh, you got to pay yourself, yeah, you talking about the majority, but, my mindset is from certain men. And I'm going to get into why I even look at it that way. But it could be small things. I mean, shoot. My oldest son, he quiet, shy. I remember he's telling me girls at his school just be giving him candy all the time. They giving him candy. Now I know him, he don't be giving up jack. He don't give him jack. Because I know him, but they be giving him stuff, right? Reach coming on to him and everything. I've actually sat back and watched this happen, be out with him. Some little girl be trying to holler at him. My youngest son the same way, even though he a little bit more aggressive, right? But but seriously, they will pay. It might be giving him some gift or something, or at a simple level, making him a plate. Making him a plate. I remember there was an episode of The Wire, and what was that dude named Cuddy? And he had this little boxing gym. All these women were coming by bringing him plates. I'm like, some stuff, right? But it's normal. And then you got other guys. I know several guys. You can call them whatever. They living at the woman's place. She paying the rent and stuff. All he had to do was show up. And then you got women who will pay for certain men on the dates. They don't need any money. Please. And I'm going to be honest. I say I was going to get into my stuff. I don't have a concept of paying for women for sex or anything. I really don't. There was a brief period I did until I started hitting the gym well. And that's it. That's why I pushed body game, because as soon as my body got tighter, I was like, let's just say I could keep my wallet closed. And there were women were offering me like 2 different occasions, women offered me Redskins tickets like, hey, you want to come to this game? They paying and stuff. They paying for the dates and everything. Paying big money, buying clothes and everything. Right? And that's honestly my perspective. When I hear about guys paying all this money, I'm like, wow. Seriously, when a woman try and get with you, she gonna do whatever. Hell, you can go to restaurants and stuff and get extra food or something like that. Get some discount, whatever. You ain't even on the discount, or get something. They find something, because women will do that. They will come out their pocket, right? They will come out their pocket. Now, but see, a lot of guys, if somebody tell them that, they'll say, well, I don't believe it. No, that's because that's your life. Because the question I would ask for anybody who don't believe that, I'll say, okay, so you never met anybody like that? And if they like, no, okay. So are you that person that can honestly say they've been all over the place? And when I mean all over the place, like you've actually had experience being around that type of person. Because let's be real on something. Let's be real. Because, I use the term select and non-select. Select and non-select guys really don't hang out together unless they happen to be in the same family. That's just a reality. So it's 2 different perceptions. I've talked about that before. 2 different worlds, 2 different languages, everything. So a lot of guys just seeing the money thing. Okay, yeah, that's your world. Like I said, most. But the other guys, you don't see it because they ain't really saying anything. Shoot, there's a lot of guys driving a woman's car, living off of her. I remember right where I'm living now. I remember a few years ago, there was a dude, young Dominican dude. He had this woman. She was the one working. All he did was work out and walk around with his shirt off. That's all he did and stuff. But that's all he had to do. She was taking care of the money. Shoot, I remember when I lived in Temple Hills. I was living in this house. Me and my family were renting out this house in Temple Hills, Maryland. Right next door was this guy. He was older too. He ain't never worked. The woman be old, but he was an old school pretty boy though. All he did was work on cars all day. His cars, not even 4 people, just for something to do. Right? Like I said, that street gigolo thing. And, my thing is, but see, sometimes when guys hear about it, they get caught up into that stats and everything, which y'all understand, because I always say a man should have control over his own shit. But the key to it is, what is that man doing to get that? And that's open to everybody. That's open to it. Now think about it. What would you rather be? Would you want to be one of those guys who got to spend all this money? $1,000 or something just to get like a church hug from a woman? Or be one of those guys, the woman, she done paid for the bed and breakfast, or she got the tickets for something. She buying you those Timberlands or something like that polo. Which one would you rather be? And I know a lot of women, they see that, and they bums, they all that. Why y'all paying for them then? So ladies, y'all know I'm right, so don't even try to fight. Y'all know it. But like I said, certain men learn the skills, In fact, that was the oldest game, one of the oldest things I learned about the game. The guy who really had game was a guy who didn't have to spend money. So the man's game was to get what he could without spending money. The woman's game was to get as much money out of you without giving up any sex. You know, that's a street game right there. That's a straight up street game. Because, like I said, I mean, well, shoot, I can sit down with anybody, court of law, anything. I tell you where I rolled at. Like I said, people from D.C., I told you the neighborhoods I grew up in. I've been all over. Shoot, was rolling through Philly for some things too. I just don't remember the names of the neighborhoods. But my college was in West Philly, over there by Overbrook, St. Joe's. So, you know, and I've been a few other places too. So, hey, and it's the same thing. You just got to know what to do. But that's just a reality, just a reality. Like I said, don't get caught up into the person itself, but what are they doing and what are they presenting to get it like that? What are they presenting that a woman the woman trying to seduce them? The guy could be just sitting back chilling. He could be someplace eating his buffalo wings and women trying to get at him. And I always say that buffalo wing thing, but that's based on some true stuff. Because I used to go to this it's called Zanzibar over there. It used to be near the White House. And I go in there, I'll be going there on happy hour days, getting some free food and stuff, and then be ready to go home. And the women wouldn't give me any peace. I'm sitting there trying to eat. They coming to me, hey, you want to dance? You want all this? Hey, let me buy you this drink. I'm like, okay. Can I finish my wings? So that's just a reality. And, I'm sharing, why I'm even sharing that? Because I know some people still have an issue or something. We got to be on some reality shit. I don't have time for all this bullshit. Bunch of guys going around in circles. I'm going to tell you the real raw shit. All right? So, anyway, that's all I got for today, y'all. I'm surprised I had energy for this. I'm working on something. I got some, got a on-demand video coming out later today, but y'all see the video for a trailer and everything. All right? It's editing now, converting now. Actually, it just finished. Yeah. Money, 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 money. Anyway, y'all, I'll talk to y'all. Peace and blessings.